Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Week 5 of the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. This week's going to be a little shorter because everyone just plays one matchup. There's no double headers. Next week, we will be back to double headers again. But for this week, just some good old-fashioned individual battles for each person. So yeah, I'm going to set that up, and we're going to have some good matchups today that will determine a lot in the standings, I think. So see you here in just a moment. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the first matchup of the day. Smooch 'em or lose 'em against the Quinwood Quillfish. Quinwood Quillfish currently sit in second place right now at 4-1. Smooch 'em or lose 'em in that 3-2 group, trying to work their way up the standings. So this is a big game. Big game. Alright. I don't want to start B-Drill because there's 3 things there that can avoid its best attacks. Arbok's kind of in the same boat, though it does have Dig. What are Jigglypuff's moves? Body Slam, which isn't terrible, although that won't do anything to Mischievous or Steelix. Rollout, which could be okay if we get going. We do have Defense Curl, so we got the Defense Curl rollout strat. A lot of people don't know, but if you use Defense Curl, it actually makes Rollout's attack go up. Like, the main point of Defense Curl is to up your defense, but it makes Rollout stronger as well. So I guess the idea is to Sing, which is only a 55% accurate move, but Sing, and while the opponent's asleep, stack up those defense curls and roll out. Body Slam as a last resort to slow something down, I guess. For example, Body Slam might be good on Crobat because of how fast it is to try and paralyze it. So that'll be interesting. But that's another one that won't really work all that well on Steelix. Smoochum's Blizzard would be neutral against Steelix, and Steelix doesn't have good special defense. Could also be a problem for Quillfish and Crobat, although Crobat is fast. Jinx, Ice Punch, and Confusion. This is going to be an interesting one. If Steelix lands Iron Tail on either of those two, they're gone very quickly. But if Iron Tail misses because it's not very accurate, the tables turn. Electrode's a big problem for 3 of my Pokemon at least. Maybe 4 if it could get the paralysis on Mischievous. But at the same time, I don't want to start Electrode in case like Steelix is the lead. So the safest thing to lead with is probably Jigglypuff, because I don't see, except for maybe Crobat, Jigglypuff doing anything. And again, we have that whole bottom row, Electrode, Jinx, and Smoochum, that could take on Crobat. So we're going to lead Jigglypuff, so that if something goes wrong, the least valuable member of the team is what we lost. So let's see how this goes. Glad I didn't lead with Electrode. Well, we're going to try to sing it to sleep, and while it's asleep, we could switch. Alright, well, I did say earlier, 55% accuracy. Again, we'd rather have Jigglypuff take the Sandstorm damage than anything else. Paralyzing Steelix doesn't gain us anything because Steelix is already slow. Alright, we got it asleep, but it did get the Sandstorm up. So whatever I put in there would get hit by Sandstorm. I think we leave Jigglypuff in there and wait it out. And then if we're lucky enough to sing it back to sleep when the okay. Well, okay, this will actually help us make a better decision. I was going to say we could sing it back to sleep without Sandstorm up. Alright, the sleep clause is in this game, so we can't put Mischievous to sleep. Do we have anything for fighting Mischievous? Not really, so I think we're just going to try to go with the defense curl rollout strategy. I'm going to try to get one more defense curl up. I was going to say, because it's going to have to rely on Thunder, which, as we know, is not 100% accurate. Of course, it hits first try when I say that. Well, Sandstorm should still be going. At least there's that. If we survive to get a roll off, then we'll roll out. I think I said roll off. If we survive to get a rollout off. We did not. Well, shoot. Sorry, Jigglypuff. A, I didn't think Thunder would do that much damage right off the bat. And B, there was the chance that there would be a miss there, and there wasn't. Whatever we put in has to be faster than Mischievous, or we're in trouble. I'm not sure I want to put Electrode in, because if Electrode would get paralyzed... I know Thunder won't do much damage, but if it were to get paralyzed, that hurts it immensely against Crobat, Quillfish, and Starmie. Let's look at the rest of the team here. Jinx could help against Crobat, but it's slower than Crobat. Electrode's faster than Crobat. Other than that, Jinx, I mean, I guess it could Ice Punch Steelix. But Smoochum has Blizzard. Electrode, however, is useful against Quillfish, Starmie, Crobat, and it could even slow down Mischievous if we get desperate. Arbok gives us another option to attack Steelix besides Smoochum and Jinx. I think we go Jinx here. We Ice Punch with the chance to freeze, and on top of that, on top of the chance to freeze, we're faster than Mischievous, so it doesn't... It might Pain Split us this turn, but it won't get a chance to Pain Split next turn. It did not Pain Split, so we'll have a chance to go at it. Did it get crit? I didn't catch. Was that a crit? Because I don't feel like that should have one-shot unless that was a high roll or a crit. Alright. Well, same idea. I guess now we go with Electrode because at least Mischievous is within range of going down if Thunder hits. Well, that hurts that Jinx went down as far as fighting Crobat and Steelix. Well, more so Steelix because Crobat's faster. But Smoochum does have Blizzard, so we still have a way to make that work. Alright, we need Thunder to hit. I should have seen that coming. That was a bad call on my part. On the bright side, Steelix is asleep. Alright. So now comes the judgment call. If I don't think Steelix is going to wake up, I could put Smoochum in. And try to get a Blizzard or two off before it uses Iron Tail. Or I can put Arbok in and try to dig. I think I gotta go Smoochum, because if I dig with Arbok, they're going to put Crobat in. So let's hope Steelix can be asleep at least one turn here. So we have a shot at doing some damage. Alright. Well, Blizzard's not super accurate, but we at least get a shot at it here. Yeah, I'm going to Blizzard. I could Sweet Kiss here, but with my luck, we'll confuse it, and then it'll one-shot us with Iron Tail anyway. Yeah, they're going to switch. Okay. Starmie? Okay, well, Mischievous is gone. They've served it up on a silver platter. We just need Blizzard to connect. Blizzard misses. Well, I can't control the game deciding if a move works or not. Okay, definitely Sweet Kiss this thing. Well, if it one-shot Jinx, Smoochum's probably going down. Well. I thought maybe it would outspeed the Mischievous, because Jinx is just a fast Pokemon, so I thought maybe Smoochum would be fast too. Alright. we're in trouble here. I guess I gotta go Arbok. Did it just call it Arbok, like with an H? Clear it. I don't care if we become faster than you, that solves a lot of problems. Please work. Okay, glare does not work apparently in this generation on Mischievous. Awesome. Glad to know it. That would work nowadays. Alright, at least Shadow Ball didn't decimate us this time. Got the poison. That's actually pretty good. Bite. I was gonna say, we should survive another Shadow Ball. I'm kind of shocked it didn't. I feel like Thunder would be the kill shot here. Wow, okay, 10 health left, huh? I'm gonna switch to Beedrill and have the poison take Mischievous out. Because Arbok, even though it's only got 10 health left, it will be faster than Steelix. So at the very least, we can get one good dig out of it. And Beedrill will be in better shape to fight whatever comes out next. Wow, all the bad things that could happen to us are happening to us. Alright, Mischievous goes down. Arbok gets the knockout with it being poisoned. On the bright side, I'm very happy with how well I picked my team for the Quillfish. On the negative side, the computer's making me look like a fool here running the Smoochum team. Crobat is a problem. I'm assuming it's going to go for Fly since we're a bug type, so I'm going to switch into Electrode. That may cause them to put Steelix back out there. But it also means that if I called this right, we're going to get at least one free shot at thundering it. Well, maybe not free, but we're going to get a shot where they can't switch out. Come on, Fly. Alright, it won't be very effective, and we'll get a shot at hitting it hard with Thunder. If we can get Crobat off the field, then that does open this game up. Alright, hit it hard in the air. It's paralyzed and down to 27 health. Alright, well, they're going to switch it out, but on the positive side, like I said, when they switch it out here, they're going to switch it to Steelix. So let's get Arbok in predicting that switch. If they don't switch, then I'm going to be pretty mad, but they should switch to Steelix. Really? You're at 27 health and you didn't switch. Well, now if I switch, something's gonna get... Oh. Man, fine, go with Bite and hope we don't hit ourselves. Holy cow, we fought through it. Okay. Arbok with another knockout. I believe Quillfish is faster. I'm going to dig anyway, just in case. I was going to say, if I switch out, something else is taking a big hit, so now we're in a bad position. Quillfish takes out Arbok. This game is not unwinnable, but it's going to be really challenging. Definitely going to have to go Electrode. They're definitely going to switch to Steelix, so I'm just going to have to flash it to death so it can't hit us. Actually, I'm going to take this turn of them switching to Sonic Boom it just to get some damage on it. Sonic Boom does 20 damage all the time regardless of everything except if you're a Ghost type. Which, believe it or not, 20 damage will be more than I think we would get out of Swift. Alright, it's sleeping. So we should get a turn or two to try and do this strategy. It would help if Flash connects. What's the accuracy on Flash? 70, great. Our hopes and dreams are riding on 70%. Just like Thunder. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was gonna say, Beedrill can't really do anything to it except Pursuit. We can land one more Flash. I'll start going for Swift just to... Come on. Well, at least the Flash helped it miss Iron Tail. Yeah, Steelix is the big problem here. Come on, Electrode. I mean, it's the same accuracy as Thunder, so it's kind of like Electrode's missing Thunders right now. I mean, Jinx and Smoochum would have helped here, although Iron Tail would have decimated them, just like the Shadow Ball did. So, this is a tough... Yeah. It hurt Smoochum that they didn't bring Arcanine this week. Arcanine would have made life tough on Steelix. Or, let's see, do they have a Water type on their team? Arcanine and Feraligatr. They would either one of them would have made Steelix's life difficult. So let's see, we did 20 the first time, and then we did 8 the second time. So Sonic Boom instead of Swift this time. Starmie doesn't have any psychic moves in this game, so Beedrill would have a chance if it could somehow find a way around Steelix. If it could find a way around Steelix. Arbok did a pretty good job getting 2 knockouts in this game, though. Like, whether we come back or not. Okay, Rock Throw is not good for Beedrill. We're going to have to hope that that accuracy issue bothers Steelix here. We're going to need critical hits, so I am going to waste this turn doing Focus Energy. Because even with critical hits, we're going to barely touch this thing. But if we want to do more than the damage that... Really? You hit first try, huh? Thanks, game. If the game was smart, it would Sandstorm here because Beedrill's got 2 health left. So 25 with Stab, that makes it 37-ish, 38. Sludge Bomb doesn't work. Pursuit, 40. But Twin Needle hits twice. Alright, Twin Needle away. We're going to do like 12 damage. There's 8. Another 8 to 16. I wasn't far off. Mud Slap. Steelix takes out Beedrill. And that is a victory for the Quillfish. 4-0. I may play that one afterwards to see if there's a different way to go about that. Because I know Jinx and Smoochum could have helped immensely. I'm sure that's what the critics will say of this battle. But at the same time, let's say Jinx got off 1 Ice Punch and it didn't freeze. Or Smoochum did actually get a Blizzard on it. Steelix survives, because that's not a one-shot. And if it hits Iron Tail, they go down in 1 hit. I mean, if Mischievous, who is a special attacking, which for those of you that don't know, that means ranged attack, a special attacking monster, and Shadow Ball's physical in this game, it one-shotted them with a physical move when it's a special Pokemon. Steelix is a physical Pokemon using a strong physical move. So, if Mischievous's Shadow Ball could one-shot him, Iron Tail from Steelix absolutely one-shots him. So I think that this game, I think it could have played out with a different score, like instead of 4-0, it might have been 3-0 or 2-0. But I think that with who was picked today, sorry, dropped my pen. I think that with who was picked today, this was going to be the result, regardless that the Quillfish were going to win. If Smoochum, again, would have had Feraligatr or Arcanine during this battle, might have been a different story. I think they still picked a really good team. It was real, because, like, if I didn't bring Steelix, this team could have been really scary. But that one pick, and that's how Pokemon is sometimes. Sometimes just picking that one thing that the opponent can't get around determines the game. And I think that's what happened here. Quinwood Quillfish win and advance to 5-1 on the season. Certainly didn't think we'd be at that record this early on, at this early point of the season. We'll be back with our second matchup here in just a moment. All right, here's our second matchup of the day. Nightmare AC and the Minnesota Suicune. Nightmare AC is 3-2, looking for a win to keep themselves in the conversation there at the top of the standings. Suicune on a 2-game winning streak after starting 0-3. If they win, they're back to 500, and again, back in the conversation for playoffs and everything. So, a big game right here. Let's see. I was actually granted free reign by Nightmare to pick their lead for the first time in a couple weeks, even dating back to last season. I think the only other time I picked a lead for him this season was, I'm not sure if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, but the week where I led with Raikou. So it doesn't happen all that often that I'm granted the chance to pick for them. So I got to make sure I do a good job here. Well, I can tell you one thing. Skarmory's not going to lead because of Entei and Zapdos. I can tell you that much right now. Lantern might be a good lead because the only thing it doesn't want to see is Bayleaf. And if Bayleaf comes in, we just put Skarmory in. Or Houndour. Probably Skarmory, so we can save as much health as we can on Houndour for fighting some of the other Pokemon. Houndour, another thing to keep in mind, this battle just walls out Espeon. Because I believe the Espeon only has Psybeam. So much like how Primeape in this game can't attack Ghost, Espeon can't attack Dark. So even if Houndour has like 1 health left, well, that depends. I don't remember if Espeon has Quick Attack or Swift. If it has one of those, it could attack. So maybe not 1 health, but the idea is a full health Houndour most likely beats Espeon at any health. So we want to save that specifically for that matchup. And I'd rather start with Skarmory against Bayleaf, maybe even Nidoqueen because of Ice Punch against Bayleaf, and then Houndour would just be there if Espeon's already gone. Hitmontop's not really going to do a whole lot except maybe help against Umbreon. And even then, Umbreon's going to lower its accuracy to negative 1,000,000, so that's just going to be one of those fights where Hitmontop will probably win, but it's going to take forever. Kadabra, of course, we save until after Umbreon's gone, and then it wreaks havoc as it normally does. I think we're going to lead with Lantern. And if it is the one thing it doesn't want to see, Bayleaf, we just switch to Skarmory.
This free battle is about to get underway. A hot battle involving the hopeful champs of tomorrow has just started.
Suicune, okay, good choice. Good choice starting with Lantern. I approve of this choice. Spark.
Demands are made.
Super effective and could paralyze it. Go ahead and Mist. I don't care. We're still coming at you, Spark.
What will the other side do? That was perfectly.
Hey, do me a favor and Mist again. That'd be amazing. What do you say? Bubble Beam, okay. I was going to say, its only moves are Bubble Beam and Gust. Gust doesn't hurt electric much, and Bubble Beam doesn't hurt water much. So, Lantern is not what Suicune wants to see. Odd that the game didn't switch out, because again, Bayleaf could take a Spark or a Hydro Pump and be fine. So, odd that it's leaving Suicune in.
What'll it do?
I'm going to go ahead and mark that off, because even with a critical hit, Lantern survives. There wasn't a critical hit, but just saying. Alright, Lantern takes out the Suicune in a very bizarre decision made by the computer.
The next Pokemon needs to be prepared.
Now we see the Bayleaf. Why didn't you put it in before? Alright, well, we will withdraw. As stated before, we'll put Skarmory in. I will say for the computer, it does still have a way to fight Nidoqueen with Espeon, but again, Suicune was kind of the game's ticket to fighting Houndour, so odd that it did that. Alright, we're going to use Agility first. Double our speed. You're going to switch to Entei, I bet. Or Zapdos, both would be bad. Bad news for us. Okay. Well, that's alright. We don't lose anything from Agility except for that whatever comes in would possibly get hurt. But we don't have to worry about that because we have a ground type on the team. Nidoqueen. So you can Thunder us all you want. It's not going to do anything to us. And again, now that Suicune's gone, they don't have any... Why did you switch? Why didn't... I am so confused. Why didn't it just put Entei out there beforehand, then? I mean... I think this is going to be one of those battles where we just go, what is it doing the whole time? Because we get those every once in a while. Toxic, because it might try to go Espeon. It did not go Espeon. Okay, Toxic, and then we'll go Mud Slap the rest of the way. I really wish this game they had Earth Power and Earthquake. I know Earth Power didn't exist in Gen 2. They came around in Gen 3. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. That one is a mistake on me. You can all have a field day going after me for that one. Nidoqueen should be able to take one Fire Blast here. We'll Mud Slap to lower its accuracy and then get out of there and save Nidoqueen for a Zapdos switch again. I hate myself already for that decision to Toxic. I forgot about... Now the safeguard's gone. I thought it was gone already. I'm an idiot. Alright. I'm going to go Lantern because it could Rock Smash the Houndour. I don't want to use Lantern here, but yeah. Now, here's where I'm probably going to get myself in trouble. I'm going to Spark instead of Hydro Pump. I'm going to assume they're switching out to Zapdos or Bayleaf. So I'm either going to look like a total genius here, or I'm going to look even dumber than I already look. And I look pretty dumb. Alright. What do you know? I can do something right occasionally. Alright, chance to paralyze the Bayleaf and slow it down. Didn't get the paralysis. I was going to say that would help with it not healing all the time. Alright, Skarmory, get back out there. At least now we know it's either going to be Zapdos or Entei. Like, for sure. And we don't want to fly, because as we know from last year's debacles, that Thunder hits while in the air. What do we have to fight those two? This might be the Kadabra time. If I'm calling this right. If Bayleaf stays in, I'm going to be furious because it's not got any rhyme or reason to what the game's doing if it stays in. Alright, it went for Safeguard. They're most certainly going to bring Umbreon in, so I'm going to Thunder Punch. It's got to be Umbreon. It doesn't make sense to do anything else. Alright, we're at least going to get some damage on it. So the game actually prioritized Safeguard over keeping Bayleaf from getting damaged. Interesting. Alright, you're going to mean look and keep whatever comes in there, so this is a great time to put Hitmontop in. This will probably force a switch as well. We're at that... This has turned into one of those battles where we're just going to switch like crazy until one side gets an advantage. They're either going to tie it up 5-5, or we're going to make this thing 6 against 4, and then the battle will pick up pace from there. You're going to switch, so I don't think triple kick is going to be good. I'm going to... We do have Houndour if they do put Espeon in. I'm going to focus energy this time around. Okay, I look smart for doing that. It's going to sand attack us. Yep. So our accuracy will be down, but now when we do hit, we have a higher chance of a critical hit. So a calculated risk scenario there. Please hit. That sounds about right. I'm going to check the accuracy on it this time. I might switch and do strength instead of triple kick if it's too bad. I know it's not 100, but if it's like 40 or something, I'm not... Yeah. I hit the wrong button. I picked it again instead of looking at it. I mean, it's still probably our best option anyway, but there we go. 2 hits, but no crits that time. Unfortunate. More sand attacking. All right, this time genius. Let's look at the info. 90%. Okay, that's better than I thought. I was thinking it was maybe like 80, 85. So yeah, I think we just keep triple kicking. I feel a lot better about that now. The problem is going to be we have to wait for it to actually land. We can't run away because of the mean look. But at the same time, when we do finally hit it, whether it's strength or triple kick, we got a shot at critical hits. Wow, it's resorting to quick attack because we're a fighting type.
What now? It appears to be impervious to damage. What will it do?
No crits there, and we also only hit twice. It's triple kick, and both times we've hit twice. We haven't had the luck to get 3 hits.
What next? The hit glanced right off. What's this? Ah! That attack just bounced off.
Alright, can we get 1 critical hit and hit 3 times? We only got a singular hit that time. Okay. I didn't know that was even possible. I thought all the moves that were multi-hit moves either hit at least twice. So I learned something new there about triple kick.
No, that didn't connect.
Unless you had, like, knocked out the Pokemon on the first hit, that is. So interesting that that was only 1 hit.
A light hit.
Alright, triple kick.
What'll it do? Oh my, missed again.
Alright, we get the... We know it does about 40? 30 or 40? So we're looking at probably... That was a crit, wow. If we could just get it to work, like, 2 more hits. Especially if there's a crit in there. Okay, 30-something, so a crit beats it now. A critical hit would beat it on the next triple kick. Or if we could get it to hit twice. Back-to-back critical hit quick attacks, by the way. When we're the ones that did focus energy and have a higher chance of critical hits. Just throwing that one out there. If this gets a 3rd critical hit in a row, I was going to say. Our last triple kick, we got 1 hit. Did we get a second one? Second one? Nope. Okay, we're stuck using strength now. On the bright side, slightly more accurate. Less damage, but more accurate. 3 critical hit quick attacks in the last 4 turns. Alright, if he gets a critical hit quick attack again, we're done for. If it's a regular quick attack, we get 1 more hit. One more chance. Alright, come on, Hitmontop. I mean, at the very least, it has done a great job weakening Umbreon. Alright. And that opens up Kadabra to do its thing. That'll end some of the musical chairs since they can't switch to Umbreon to stop Kadabra now.
Pokemon is back for another go.
Alright.
There's a big ace
Skarmory again.
between the two combatants.
I'm trying to be more mindful of point differential this season. So when there's a chance to... Oh, let's withdraw that Pokemon to keep the point differential alive. I'm trying to be smart enough to do that.
Pokeball.
I'm only human, though, so I'm not going to guarantee I'll remember it every battle.
Oh, that was weak. How will
Alright.
switched out Pokemon fare?
Still have Entei and Zapdos. I think the Safeguard faded again. So I'm going to go Steel Wing. Alright.
How's that?
I didn't want to get trapped in flight. Really? Alright.
Surrounded itself with Safeguard. These Pokemon
Well, I tried to get some chip damage on it, and the game did not allow me.
both of them.
Lantern is really the best option for both. It takes a neutral hit from Zapdos, and also has a chance to well, I guess not paralyze it, but could just hit it strong with Spark or Hydro Pump. If it's Entei, we get a super effective hit.
With a crowd.
If Zapdos comes out, we can switch it to Nidoqueen. You wasted a Synthesis for 33 health?
HP.
It restores half your health. Why would you use it when you've barely been touched? Alright, we'll try one Supersonic and then get out of there.
Safeguard protects it.
That's right, Safeguard.
What'll it do? Uh-oh, was this the wrong Pokemon?
Yep, capitalize on my mental mistake. Yep.
One Pokemon is
Alright, Skarmory again.
but the other one looks tired. This Pokemon
The game's it's being so crazy, it's throwing off my thought process. I keep forgetting that it will Safeguard under any circumstance. So I'm switching, assuming that they're like gonna respond like a human and switch, and instead they're focused on just getting Safeguard up. It's my own fault. I can't seem to get that thought into my head.
the trainer's switching Pokemon.
However, we haven't lost anyone yet. So we're still not in terrible shape.
Rejoining the battle.
But it's going to be a little rough to get around. And we have Kadabra, for example.
That didn't occur.
So it's going to be a little rough to get around some of these. But yeah, now the Safeguard's gone again. I really need to pay more attention to the Safeguard messaging. I keep thinking it's gone when it's not gone yet.
Here comes a Pokemon.
Alright, this time for sure I know it's the right move to switch. Put Nidoqueen out there. There's no way it went for Rock Smash when we have like 97% of our health.
Another go.
That is not who I picked. Why did Kadabra go out there? I know I hit the button for Nidoqueen.
What impact
Hold on a
did the
second.
Pokemon switch have on
Hold on a second. Yeah, I hit down. That should have been Nidoqueen. Why did Kadabra go out there? Do I have to restart this battle because the controller, like, didn't register my command correctly? Like, I can understand if it was a different arrow, like maybe I had a human error. I didn't press the A button. Why did it put Kadabra out there? Alright, we'll see how it plays out. If this game is down to the wire, we might have to replay it. Because, I know for a fact I did not do that.
the Pokemon
Like, it's one thing if I make a dumb mistake.
Oh, it's
But, like, I didn't make a dumb mistake there, and the game did it for me.
that caused no damage at all.
So we'll see how this plays out. This might be one,
Flow of battle.
that I've got to contest later. Because, that's ridiculous. Let's Ice Punch.
The Pokemon is returning to its Pokemon.
Except for Entei, everything else left doesn't want to see an Ice Punch.
The Pokemon appears with a
Yep,
crop.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I was trying to save Houndour at full strength for Espeon, but with the game kind of screwing us over on that Kadabra switch, I don't really have a choice but to put Houndour in against this Fire Blast here.
This Pokemon
Oh, this has become a very challenging battle now, but not due to me. Like, I can't believe it. I picked I picked Nidoqueen and the game put Kadabra out there. I know this is an old game, but come on. It missed Fire Blast anyway, that helps. Like, this is, like, outrageous. Like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I mean, Rock Smash is going to hurt, but we don't really have an ulterior, like, an alternative move. I almost said ulterior. An alternative move. Really? You got the defense drop on the first try? I mean, nowadays it gets a defense drop every time you do Rock Smash, but back then it wasn't that likely. Of course, they got it on the first try. We'll do one more crunch and then switch out. Because with my luck, it's going to get a second consecutive defense drop. Which would mean the end of Houndour. Hey, look, I called that. That's a new one. I've never seen this game. Like, it's screwed people over in crazy ways before. I've never seen it mess up what Pokemon comes out. All right. I'm going to do it on camera so everyone can see I'm picking the right one. We are going to switch to, let's see, Skarmory might actually be fast enough, but that's just tempting fate. I think what we do is we put in Hitmontop and let it go down, and then Kadabra comes in and takes out Entei for a revenge knockout. So we want this arrow right here. Notice my finger is on the arrow, not the green, not the blue. So it should be Hitmontop. If it doesn't put Hitmontop out there, I might be throwing this controller. Hey, listen to me! Who would have thought? I still can't believe it did that. I still can't believe it did that. I am so sorry, Nightmare. You are probably having a heart attack right now because of the game and its oddness. I have never had that happen before on this game. Alright, Entei takes out Hitmontop. Alright, let's put... It doesn't have quick attack or anything, so let's put Kadabra in, take out the Entei, and we'll figure the next step out from there. If we could get around Zapdos, we still have Skarmory, who could fight Espeon and Bayleaf. We also have Houndour, who could fight Espeon. So we still have conditions to win. But again, we got to get around Zapdos to achieve those win conditions. Aye, aye, aye. Alright, you're going to Psybeam because that's the only thing you have. So we just put Houndour in. I hit the right arrow. It should be Houndour. I'm going to be paranoid with every switch now for the remainder of this battle.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon.
The A button is kind of close to the down arrow, so like I guess there's a small chance. Of course it predicted the switch and went for Swift, right?
What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle? Both get ready to go.
Please get lucky and survive so we can at least get one hit off.
That's it. Oh, and down it goes.
Well, I did say it had Swift or Quick Attack. It was Swift, unfortunately. Alright. We're not dead in the water yet, but like I said, this is going to be interesting. I think I have to go Skarmory. And if they switch to Zapdos, then we'll sack something off to save Skarmory. Steel Wing. I was debating Agility, but if they end up switching, it wouldn't help at all. Alright, that'll be ineffective. Of course it got the 10% chance to confuse us.
Oh no, it attacks itself. It's a fierce
I know we've had this conversation before. I guess the game doesn't technically cheat, but it sure feels like it cheats sometimes. This is definitely a battle where it feels like it's cheating.
There's the attack. Hit. That inflicted some damage. Ah, it raised its defense.
Yeah, that won't help us against Psybeam.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
If we could get Steel Wing to land again here,
What's this?
then I may be able to weasel out of this with Kadabra still.
It stayed confused. They're both hanging tough. They're eyeing each other warily.
I'm going to sack off Lantern.
This
'Cause
Pokémon
with
is
39, there's a
down.
chance Skarmory still survives Body Slam or Razor Leaf. So we could hit Bayleaf.
Pokémon emerges from its Pokémon.
Lantern, let it go.
It's already taken considerable
Nidoqueen can force Zapdos to go into Rock Smash.
That's it. Oh, it has no strength left.
Unbelievable. Although I will say, the way this battle's going, even if Kadabra had full health here, it would be questionable because of Zapdos still being where it's at health-wise. So that makes me feel a little bit better, whether the thing was my fault or the game messing up.
The Pokémon
But man,
with a cross.
this one has been not one of my finest battles, and luck-wise, definitely not one of my finest battles. Thunder Punch it, maybe we can paralyze it, give our other Pokemon a chance.
What's next? A light pack.
Game didn't want to give us the paralysis. Come on, survive one Psybeam.
Yes, it's a hit. Oh, knockout.
All right, that was our best shot. That and the paralysis, because if we could have slowed it down, these others would have had a chance. So I think that's going to do it. I think Espeon's going to wipe out the remaining team. Not a strong start this week for me against the computer. At least the first one was more because of team selection, but man, this is rough.
In this battle. What now? Right, that's a
I am not happy about this game.
quick collapse.
I am not happy. I mean, I'm less so upset than I was at the four horn drill battle,
Remains.
5 horn drill, whatever it was. I think it was 4.
This Pokémon is rejoining.
This one just makes me sad.
Down to the last Pokémon now. It's down
I'm gonna run calculations after this battle
Will the
before we do the third battle, so I can see if that thunder on the Kadabra made a difference, or if we were still destined to lose with all the other stuff that occurred. Because I know there's also, because right now we're basically about three turns behind. Because we had the Toxic while Safeguard was up, the Supersonic while Safeguard was up, and Kadabra with Thunder. I'm going to see if those 3 turns made a difference, or if this was still going to be a loss, just a closer loss. So, first I will announce the winner here. Then I will do some research, and then we'll move on to the third battle. So the winner of this highly controversial match is the Suicune, putting both teams at 3-3. I am going to do my research here and see if I cost Nightmare the game. If I did, then I may have to see what we do about, like, what our options are. If it turns out I didn't cost the game, I just cost it being a closer game, then we'll just take it for what it was, even though the point differential's different than it would have been. So hang on just a moment. I'll be right back with those calculations. All right, after running the calculations, I feel a little bit better about how that fight ended. I mean, it looked ugly as heck, but so the 3 biggest turns I messed up. I did Toxic with Nidoqueen against Zapdos instead of Ice Punch. Ice Punch would not have been enough to KO Zapdos with the remaining health it had left, so that wouldn't have changed anything unless we got a freeze. The Supersonic with Lantern. if I withdraw Lantern there and put in Skarmory, Skarmory takes even more damage, meaning it dies faster. I'm sorry, faints faster against Espeon. And then the Kadabra thing, if we put in Nidoqueen, Kadabra doesn't take a hit. Maybe it takes out the Zapdos, making this a 2-0 victory instead of 3. But it still would have had issues with the other Pokemon it fought. So, unfortunately, as badly as I played, I did not cost this team the game. I did cost it a point or two in the differential. This could have been maybe a 1-0 or 2-0 victory instead of a 3. So, it'd be interesting to see if that becomes a thing down the stretch for point differential later in the year. But as far as straight up winning or losing, I did not cost the game. So, that does make me feel a little better. I hate that it played out that way because I thought both teams brought good teams, and I felt it should have been a closer game than that. But between a couple miscues, which again, thankfully didn't cost the game, but between a couple different miscues as well as the game being the game that it is, it ends up as a 3-0 victory for the Minnesota Suicune. All right, I will see you guys here in just a moment with our third matchup of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our third matchup of the day. The Pokemon Power and My Little Ponyta. I have not beaten the computer yet today. It's put me in a little bit of a sour mood, especially with how that second match played out. So hopefully I can turn it around here without wanting to throw my headset or controller or both into the screen here. No, I don't think it'll quite escalate to that, but boy, it's been frustrating. So we got Pokemon Power and My Little Ponyta. My Little Ponyta currently sitting at 4-1. If they win, they will most likely be in first, because I think they had a large enough point differential lead that even if the Quillfish would have swept earlier, which they didn't, I think My Little Ponyta, just by winning 1-0, stays in the lead. So basically playing for first place, or at bare minimum a tie for first. The Power at 3-2 could become 4-2 and just be a game out of first. So big one. But with some of the other events, if they do drop to 3-3, they're still in the mix as well, because some other teams dropped to 3-3. All right. So what have we got here? I think Tyranitar is the best one to start with, because except for Golem and Nidoking, we're in great shape there. Golem actually really does become a problem in this fight, like, for the most part. Still think we start Tyranitar. If Nidoking goes out there, we just put Haunter in to absorb the Horn Drill. Golem does cause problems, though. Let's see, if I go with Haunter, Houndoom absorbs the Abra attack. Golem is still a problem, but we go first and get the Giga Drain. Magneton is just a problem in general. Magmar. Golem's going to be a scary one this fight. That we don't have anything that can avoid or take Earthquake well. I guess we could put Lapras in for the Earthquake, but that's still kind of, I guess not Earthquake, Magnitude, but we're still kind of asking for it. As far as Magneton goes, Houndoom and Machamp can fight it. Potentially Tyranitar, but they can't avoid getting hit. So right now I'm looking at either Tyranitar or Haunter leading this thing off. I think we're going to go Tyranitar, and if they do happen to have Golem, I'll consider putting Lapras in. If Golem is not the lead, then we just business as usual. Plus, you never know, with Mud Slap, there's a tiny chance that Golem would miss Magnitude. Itty bitty. Or we could go for flinching with Bite. Probably Mud Slap and then try to bite our way out. Yeah, I'm not surprised. After all I said about Golem being a problem. Not surprised in the least bit. We're going to Mud Slap to try and lower its accuracy. After that, we'll just try to bite it into oblivion. Because if we switch out, something else is just going to get hit hard in Tyranitar's place. Be a low number, please. Hey, the Mud Slap paid off! That was a good time, too, since that was a big number. Probably should have gone for a second Mud Slap, but we'll try to flinch it here. We got the flinch. Alright. Alright. Do I go for the second Mud Slap or flinch again? Well, now we've done enough damage on it that Haunter definitely takes it out with Giga Drain. So let's just go bite and see if we get lucky enough to flinch it like 2 more times. Or lucky enough that it misses again. Come on. Miss again, please, or a small number. 2 misses from the 1 Mud Slap. Oh, if we get 1 more flinch, Golem's done. If it flinches again, it's done. Nope, it does get another magnitude. A third 8. 3 consecutive 8s. No other number. Tyranitar survives it, though, so Golem is going to go down. So the biggest problem is actually going to be defeated by Tyranitar to start the battle. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not saying this is going to be easy. That's just saying the largest problem. There are plenty of problems to deal with on the Ponyta.
Oh, it's Magneton.
That's one of the problems. You are most definitely going to be faster than me. But again, nothing else on the team can really take a hit from you. So we're going to go Mud Slap, hope you miss. And then maybe we can lower your accuracy with the Mud Slap.
Here it comes. Thunder.
Hey guys, it didn't miss.
Down it goes.
Alright, good job though, Tyranitar. Taking out Golem was monumental in trying to win this one. Houndoom.
What will be next?
I thought about going Machamp, but Machamp's slower than Magneton. It's just like Thunder, Machamp's big attack could miss.
This is a clash of different
Ember. We are faster, so Bite also becomes an option if necessary. We got a burn on it. That'll hurt if it tries to use Swift later. It'll do less damage.
Oh, that's a miss.
It misses Thunder. That's big. The burn hurts it. Ember will take it out next time.
They're both hanging tough.
This was another one of those problems. Was Magneton. Yep, they're going to... I would run too.
Pokemon.
Probably Magmar would be my guess.
Oh, it's Magmar.
Alright, that's not the end of the world because it's fire versus fire.
What now? That didn't do much.
The Magneton has been damaged enough now that the next hit on it wouldn't have to be super effective. Going for the Confuse Ray. It's faster.
Flash of confusion.
Interesting.
It's become confused.
The Magmar was faster than Houndoom.
It's utterly confused.
Alright.
Neither combatant
That's not awful. We can still hit it with Bite, assuming we can ever get through the confusion. And it can't burn us because we are a fire Pokemon.
didn't accomplish much.
See, Confusion actually does more damage than the Fire Punch.
What'll it do? That did little damage.
Interesting that it is faster than us, though. Because Houndoom's not exactly slow. Especially in Gen 2.
It's not very
I mean, there's a lot of faster Pokemon nowadays, but for back then, Houndoom was one of the fastest ones. So, like,
heated action.
odd that Magmar outspeeds it. I didn't really paint Magmar as being fast. We outspeed Magmar this time. It must be a speed tie.
A light hit.
Come on, flinch. Let us back in this one. Darn it.
All right.
Alright, so speed tie. It's just Magmar got to go first like 3 turns in a row. Can we go first on the speed tie? We do not.
There. Fire punch.
Alright, Magmar
A hit.
takes out Houndoom. I would not have expected that if you told me that before the battle started. Okay. But Magmar is hurt pretty bad. You know what? Let's go Alakazam, because even if they stick Magneton in there, Magneton's hurt enough at this point that two Psybeams take it out. I know there's not going to be a speed tie here. All right, Magmar goes down. So Magmar's as fast as Houndoom. That's a new one on me. I've always liked Magmar, but I haven't used it a whole lot. Mostly because you get it late in the games, in a lot of the games that you that have it. All right. I know we can beat it for sure in 2 hits, but I don't really want to take a Thunder from it. What's left? Where speed could be... We do have Gengar to deal with still, so if it did paralyze us, that could be bad. Actually, with Golem out of the way and Magneton damaged, we don't need Machamp as much now. But then again, Abra shouldn't one-shot Machamp. What's Machamp's moveset here? I guess it could slow down Gengar if it really came to... Let's use Machamp here. We'll save Alakazam, because if anything, even if Machamp doesn't do anything, the burn is going to lessen Magneton's health and give Alakazam a better shot at taking it out in 1 hit. But Alakazam will be good for Nidoking, Abra, and Gengar. So, like, if we get around Magneton, that helps immensely. Miss! It did not miss. Do less than half. It did almost exactly half. But yeah, I think that Alakazam could beat it now. I'm just going to play it safe and go Fire Punch. I'm not even going to bother with submission. Alright, miss. There we go. Machamp's going to get a knockout. I mean, we didn't need the critical hit. It was going down anyway, so that's kind of a waste of a critical hit. But, alright. Magneton is gone. Nidoking is a problem to everyone except Haunt. Well, I mean, it could be a problem to Haunter with Thunder, but, like, it would have to go to relying on Thunder. It couldn't Horn Drill. Let's Thunder Punch you to try and slow you down if we live long enough to get Thunder Punch off. We did not. That's why I said if. Machamp did its job getting rid of Magneton, though. The only things that was good against this battle were Golem and Magneton, so, like, yeah. Lapras could actually come in handy down the stretch of the battle. If we get a situation where it's like a 2-on-1, Lapras could Perish Song and basically put this game on a timer. So that's interesting to think about. Let's see. I know we don't want Haunter out there. Not when Abra's at full health. If Abra had damage already, absolutely. I have a thread here that's bothering me on my hood. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Make that less distracting. So what's left? We got Abra, Nidoking, Gengar. Alakazam is necessary against Gengar, and it would help against Nidoking. Lapras could beat whatever is left. Let's see, it's got Psychic and Ice Punch. Haunter is good for keeping Nidoking away from Horn Drill. And it definitely gets outsped by Gengar, but it does have Destiny Bond.
What's the matter, trainer?
I think we go Haunter. I'm going to rely on it being faster than Abra. If it's not, then at least it'll hit Abra hard enough that Alakazam can take it out.
The commands are made.
Abra's faster, so yay me. It shouldn't one-shot without a crit, though.
Oh, and down it goes.
It didn't say it was a crit. There's no way. It's not supposed...
What Pokemon will
I'm going to have to run the calculations on that one later because I'm pretty sure that shouldn't have one-shotted. Well, that opens up a whole new set of problems, because now that does put Horndrill back on the table. Darn it, I was debating between Lapras and it, but I didn't think Lapras could take a hit. Icy Wind. I should have done Lapras and Icy Wind so that Haunter for sure would have been faster. With my luck, this is going to stop us from attacking. This is a crazy week. The computer is pulling out all the stops this week. Every single thing it could possibly do to me.
Look at that swagger. Oh, its confusion made it tougher. It appears to be attracted to the...
All right, forget this. We're going with Whirlpool. I was going to go Icy Wind, but we're going to try to trap him in Perish Song because I don't see any other way we're going to beat it at this point. Unreal that Abra is tearing us apart. Lapras, for Pete's sake! Attract is a 50-50 chance to stop us, and we've lost all 3 times. Well, this is suddenly making me feel not as bad about picking Haunter first. Oh, now you're going to land Whirlpool when you're down for sure next turn? Great. Great. Wonderful. Alakazam's gonna have its work cut out for us. Ugh!
What's next? That's it. Oh, it has no strength left.
Unreal. This has been quite the week. The computer is kicking my butt this week. It never does that. I win at least 75% of the time. Like, what is happening this week? But again, at least now I feel better that I didn't make the wrong choice between Haunter and Lapras because they both stunk out there. Thief. Alright. That's gonna suck for us. Now we are trying to make a comeback while confused. Amazing. I'm going to try to Future Sight. And the reason for that being, I want to kill time while we're confused. I don't want Gengar and Nidoking fighting us while we're confused. It's going to freeze us now that I did that, isn't it? I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the game to get us so bad there. Alright, Thief for sure this turn. Come on. Thank you, game. Alright, Abra goes down. We got Nidoking and Gengar. They're both weak to Psybeam. They won't be one-shots unless we get critical hits. But between Psybeam and maybe Future Sight, we could take them down in one turn. We're going to have to hope Horndrill misses, though. That's our only chance. If it lands Horndrill, this battle's over. No crit, so it should survive. It does. It went for Horn Attack. I mean, that hurt, but, like... Horndrill could have potentially just ended us. Future Sight takes out Nidoking. Alright, we've got a chance. It's very slim. But we have a chance. Basically, we need Gengar. We have 104. It can do 100 with Nightshade. We need it to not put us to sleep. If we do not sleep, we can win this. Alright, here we go. It went for Nightshade! I don't think we're speed tied. If we're not speed tied, Alakazam wins this. We're gonna win after that! How in the world are we winning after that? Oh, now we get that critical hit, by the way, that when we absolutely needed it. I don't know how, but the Pokemon power win! Oh my goodness. What is happening this week? The computer is like, it's really kicking my butt. But it had a blunder that gave us a chance. 2 blunders really, going with Horn Attack instead of, Grant, I see what it was going for. If Horn Attack would have done 4 more damage and got us to 100, Gengar's Nightshade would have won it. So I think that was the thought process, playing it safe instead of gambling with Horn Drill. But I feel like a human might have gambled and gone with Horn Drill there. But hey, a win's a win. The Pokemon Power win. Thank you, Power, for giving me a victory against the computer this week. Wow. I guess I'll see everybody with our last battle of the day. Let's hope it's not quite as crazy as the first 3. All right, everybody, it's our last matchup of the day. The Magikarp Crew Crusaders and the Squirtle Squad. This is a big matchup as well. They're not, these two may be at the bottom of the standings, but it is early enough that both can turn it around. 2 seasons ago, Nightmare, when they were known as Doom and Gloom, started out 0-5 and made their way to the championship game. These teams right now are 1-4 and 0-5. So regardless of who wins, like if the 0-5 team wins and they're both 1-5, Nightmare back again when they were Doom and Gloom, they were 1-5 6 weeks in as well. So especially with a lot of teams losing and becoming 3-3 this week, 1-5 would only be 2 games out. 2-4 would be a game out of the playoff race. So a big game for both teams. Let's see what we can do here with the Magikarp roster. Jolteon and Raichu are kind of fast for Ditto to try and copy. And we certainly wouldn't want to copy into Gyarados or Scyther. So Venusaur is probably the only one we would want to try and go with there. We don't really have anything for the electric types, though, other than Ditto turning into one of them. If Ditto was successful in that, we'd have a good time against everything except Venusaur. So I'm going to go with... Watching my dog here. He's doing something weird. Rudy, you alright? Okay. Just being you, I guess. Alright, let's go Mr. Mime. And we'll play it from there. Hi, Rudy. It's alright, buddy. I wasn't getting after you. I wanted to see what you were up to. Okay, Mr. Mime. Against... Scyther. Alright. Barrier.
Get ready to go. There it goes. Great hit.
Alright, that wasn't great. Barrier will help a little bit, though. We can pass some defense on to someone else. Let's see, that was 113. So it's going to do 57, 58. I think we can get one more barrier in if it's not a critical hit. I did say if it's not a critical hit, and I should know better with this game. Well, that sucks, because that would have made Tentacruel near, like, unkillable if we could have pulled that off. Rattata.
Pokemon is ready. Oh, it's Rattata. They're both hanging tough.
Super Fang. I don't think Headbutt's going to do 50% of its health to it. Yeah, no crit now, of course.
What now? That's it. The white-hot battle continues.
Headbutt.
Wing attack. Hit. That was good.
All right, Scyther got a higher roll the second time.
This has turned into a one-sided battle.
Let's go, Tentacruel.
Next. Oh, it's Tentacruel. It has to make up for lost ground. A hot holding.
Sludge Bomb. That works. Please, please let us take it out while it's focus energy-ing.
What's that? That did little damage.
Of course it did. It's going to critical hit us in the next week now.
Great hit.
All right, we lucked out in that regard.
Sludge bomb away. Right.
All right, Scyther's finally gone.
Quick collapse. So, what will be the next Pokemon? Oh, it's Raichu.
Yeah, not great for us. I am going to have to sack off Magikarp and then hope I can get Ditto in and get it transformed and have a chance against Raichu.
Oh, it's Magikarp. Here it comes. Thunder. That's it perfectly.
Sorry, Magikarp. It was just for strategic purposes.
Whoa, KO'd by one hit. There's a big difference in the number of Pokemon.
So we could go Jump Pluff and try to slow it down. I think that's the play.
The next Pokemon is ready.
We go Jump Pluff to try and slow it down. And then while it's slowed down, we put Ditto in to transform before it gets hit. And then Ditto can attempt to bring us back in this game, maybe.
A Sun Spore Cloud. It's gripped by
All right, we got that plan to work at least. Come on, miss. Give me a chance to Leech Seed you too.
It's a hit.
Yeah, I kind of called that. Well, we already know from before this turn started that we were faster than Raichu, so... Leech Seed? And then after the Leech Seed, we can go Paraflinch.
Oh, Leech Seed. Right, that's a hit.
Alright, come on, Raichu. Be fully paralyzed. Miss something. Nope. Please miss. Boy, this team just never can seem to catch a break. Alright, let's see if Paraflinch can give us that break. Watch us be the ones that are paralyzed this turn. I knew it was good. I knew it. Miss us! Come on! Thank you. You say 70% accurate. You shouldn't hit every single one. All right, come on, Paraflinch. Really? We're the ones trying the Paraflinch strategy. All right, at least Leech Seed's gonna help us out again here. Still not enough to survive another Thunder. If we could get through one more turn here, we could. All right, come on, Paraflinch.
There's the attack. That was a glancing blow.
Come on. Flinch. Not paralyzed or flinching, huh? And of course it lands the Thunder anyway. Unreal.
It has no strength left.
Unreal, though. This week, the computer has been merciless. Very strange at times, too, but merciless.
Oh, it's Ditto.
Alright, well, the good news is with Raichu paralyzed, we have a shot to transform into an electric type before it can use Thunder.
Oh, wow.
If we're lucky, he'll be fully paralyzed. There we go. And since we are not paralyzed, we will be faster every time instead of having a speed tie. We only get to use Thunder 5 times, though, so I'm going to use Quick Attack for the moment and save Thunder for when we really have to have it.
The hit glanced right off.
Alright, so another Quick Attack with Leech Seed will definitely take it out. Fully paralyzed. So Ditto about to get a knockout against Raichu.
Between the two combatants.
Unless they switch, which is what they're doing.
Pokemon is switching out. Oh, it's Venusaur.
Alright, Venusaur's not great for us here, but we can work with it.
What now? A light hit. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle?
For one, we can paralyze it. It's faster.
Yes, it's
Well, we definitely need to paralyze it then.
It used Thunder Wave. It's gripped by paralysis. The white-hot battle continues.
Weird. Okay, so we got it paralyzed. If we switch, I don't know if we'll get a chance to turn into Jolteon or not.
They're eyeing each other warily.
And this is really good for stopping Gyarados. Oh, I could just I don't need to worry about wasting Thunder. I can use Thunder now,
Face each other.
sub Ditto out, and then maybe try to get back in against Venusaur
What's this?
before Jolteon comes out or something. I don't know.
Accomplish much.
Of course, Giga Drain's going to hurt a lot. That might not have been my best idea.
A light bat.
Alright, we'll sub out and put Tentacruel in. Then Ditto can maybe come back in and steal the ability to use Giga Drain.
The trainer's switching Pokemon.
Yeah, we're not in a good way. Now, if this was the current Pokemon games where Ditto could have Imposter and transform immediately, we could maybe take advantage and turn into Jolteon or something. But
Glancing blow.
we're stuck with Ditto having to outspeed things to try and transform.
Newly switched out Pokemon there.
Sludge Bomb it.
The
I don't care what comes in, Sludge Bomb it. It's probably going to be Jolteon. Could be Gyarados, but it's probably Jolteon.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its
Okay, his
Pokemon.
Raichu.
Oh, it's already taken considerable damage. This
Okay,
is
so he's
great.
throwing that away.
There's the attack. That's it. Oh, it collapsed.
That does mean Jolteon gets to come in for free, though. Granted, it's using a move that's got 50% accuracy, so maybe we catch a break.
On each side.
I don't believe we will, but maybe.
It's Jolteon. They're both hanging tough.
Sludge Bomb it and hope for the best. Please miss. 50% accurate.
No, that didn't.
Alright, we've been given one break.
There it goes. Great hit.
Would have been nice to get the poison there to guarantee a knockout this next turn.
Continue.
If there's another miss, but alright. Come on, give me miss number 2. Give us a chance at this one.
Oh my.
Okay, we are at least going to have a chance at this battle. Come on, give me that.
Attack. Hit. That inflicted
We got the poison, which unfortunately means it survived.
hot battle is unfolding.
Alright. I'm going to put Ditto in. If it misses, great. If it doesn't, at least we still have Tentacruel for down the stretch of Venusaur, Gyarados, and Togepi.
This Pokemon is back for another go.
Come on, give me miss number 3.
Yes, it's a hit.
Yeah, of course it hit this time.
Going down.
So the poison in this. Now, see, this is another difference I don't like about these older games.
One
In the newer games, the poison would still take effect on Jolteon before I subbed in. But in these games, the poison doesn't take effect if you had a knockout. So Jolteon lives another day.
from its Pokemon.
Tentacruel's back out here. We're hoping yet again for Jolteon to miss.
Finishing blow. Whack.
That's your ball game. Which is a shame because I think this was Magikarp's best chance to get a win this first part of the season. And unfortunately, they did not pull it off in their case. Let's see, Venusaur did play. Gyarados and Togepi did not make an appearance. The Squirtle squad wins 4-0. And with that, I went 1-3 against the computer this week. a putrid 1-3. That rarely happens. But I would say 2 of the 3 losses were because of the way the teams were set up. For example, the Magikarp Crew Crusaders insist on bringing both Magikarp and Rattata every game. If Electabuzz would have been brought, for example, it could have taken those electric hits better. But that's just one example. I'm not putting it all on Magikarp. Smoochum and Quillfish. Quillfish benefited by Smoochum not bringing Feraligatr or Arcanine. Nightmare and Suicune. Suicune benefited from craziness with the game, as well as a couple misplays by me on Safeguard. As we learned, they didn't make a difference in the game, because I went back and played did the calculations. So it didn't change anything except maybe what the final score was, but it was still the same team winning. And then the game I did win was the epic comeback with the power. So almost 0 for 4 against the computer this week. That would have been a nightmare. It still was a nightmare, but it would have been worse. Rough week for me as the battler. But I'll be back with the updated standings here in just a moment. They're going to be all over the place. See you then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some crazy, crazy standings to look at here. Starting off, the Quinwood Quillfish, my team, now moving into first place at 5-1 after this crazy week. And as you can see, the standings are so close together. That won't last. I'm not going to be first place the rest of the season. It's going to... If we're lucky, we'll go back and forth. If not, I just won't be first again. So, for right now, though, first place at 5-1. My Little Ponyta and Pokemon Power hanging in there at 4-2 apiece. My Little Ponyta has the best point differential, so they are second. Power technically third. Nightmare AC hanging on to fourth with the highest point differential of the 3-3 teams. Smooch 'em or Lose 'em right now would have the final playoff spot at 3-3 with an even point differential. And then sixth would be Minnesota Suicune, who have now won 3 in a row to get to 3-3 and be in the playoff discussion. They're at a -4 point differential despite being 3-3. Squirtle Squad also not too far from the pack at 2-4, being at a -9. Magikarp Crew Crusaders 0-6, but I feel like they're improving. Like, I know they still lost 4-0 this week, but I feel like their team selection is getting better. So I think that they could turn around. I mean, this is a 16-game season, so we're not even halfway through the season. And to make the playoffs, you don't have to catch first. You have to catch fifth. So we've still got, let's see, we've all played 6 games. So we've got 10 weeks left for Magikarp Crew Crusaders to just catch up 3 games. That's not so bad. So they're not out of it yet. They're not playing for first, but they are playing to get into the tournament. And then maybe they pull upsets and become first. Who knows? For the stats, Minnesota Suicune, after the monster finish that Espeon had today, Espeon now with 11 knockouts, 3 feints. Zapdos being the next best ratio-wise at 3-3 for that team. Magikarp Crew Crusaders, Tentacruel still toeing the line at 6-5. It is the only Pokemon on the team that has a positive KO feint ratio. Although Jumpluff has done pretty well when it's been out there. It just was unfortunate today that in the Paraflinch strategy, it was the one that was paralyzed. Smooch 'em or Lose 'em. I don't know why I did that. I didn't need to move that. My bad. Smooch 'em or Lose 'em. Beedrill still the knockout frontrunner with a 6-4 ratio. Parasect with the best ratio, though, at 5-1. Their team is really solid. They lost today, but some of that was just... really, it was just Steelix being there and Feraligatr and Arcanine not being there. I don't really think that had anything to do with one team being better than another. Just the team selections happened to match up that way this week. Squirtle Squad. Jolteon now at a positive ratio, 6-5. Venusaur at 4-3. Flareon still holding down at 3-3, even though we haven't really seen it for a while. Yeah. Everyone's played on all of these teams except Suicune is still missing Articuno, Vaporeon, and Kingdra. But hey, they've won 3 in a row, so they know something I don't. Pokemon Power. Still no Magnemite or Execute yet. But again, the Power won. They're 4-2, so like they haven't needed to use Magnemite and Execute. Alakazam with a monster 4 knockout performance today, moving up to 7-1 on the season. Next best would probably be either, well, Haunter's at 5-4, but ratio-wise, Ampharos 3-1. Of course, Tyranitar usually does its thing, 5-6. So a good job there. I've got a bug buzzing around my screen. Oh, joy. My Little Ponyta, Gengar's still the front runner with 8-3 after getting knocked out against its only opponent this week. Nidoking at 6-4. And then Snorlax 4-2. Abra with a scary 3-1 performance today to make it 4-2 on the season. Everyone has now officially played for this team with Magmar getting in today. Nightmare AC. Nightmare After Christmas. Lantern's still the front runner at 6-3 with Houndour at 5-4, Raikou at 5-3 right behind, and of course Kadabra doing well at 5-2. They were the largest victim of circumstance today. I admit, and I've admitted several times, I did not play my best game today. I do feel less guilty after running the calculations and realizing it just changed the point differential. It did not change the result of the game. But I felt bad that, like, the game took out all its fury on me today in that battle, and unfortunately, Nightmare was the one I was controlling this week when the game decided to do that. Nothing went right. The predictions were didn't always make sense. Unfortunately, I did learn that the game will prioritize Safeguard, but I learned it too late. I learned it after the game had used it to hurt us a couple times. It prioritizes Safeguard over the safety of the actual Pokemon. So in the future, that'll open up easy hits, but unfortunately, we had to have a battle like this for me to learn that. A very scary team, though, nonetheless, despite the setback today. Like, this is a team that's 3-3 and could very, very easily finish the season at, like, 12-4. Like, a scary team with a modest start, which means people might not gun for them as much, so I'm still very much afraid of them and Ponyta. Speaking of my team, the Quinwood Quillfish, Crobat and Mischievous leading the team in games played. I'm kind of shocked I've used Crobat that much, to be honest. Mischievous leading in number of knockouts with that 7-3 ratio. Diglett still at the best ratio of 5-1. Steelix with a decent 4-2 after this week, and Quillfish with a 3-1. So, a majority of the Pokemon on this team have a positive ratio. The one exception, the exceptions being Vileplume's even after only one match it's appeared in. And Clefable and Bellossom are 1-2. Crobat's 0-2. Although Crobat does a lot of dirty work that sets up the others for knockouts. So yeah, that's where the statistics stand. Let's talk about the matchups for this week. The doubleheaders return. We've got the Squirtle Squad will be controlled by me against the Quinwood Quillfish. Minnesota Suicune has 2 matchups. They will be controlled by me against Smooch 'em or Lose 'em, but then I will control the Pokemon Power against the Minnesota Suicune. Pokemon Power will play where, again, they are controlled by me against the Suicune, but I control Nightmare against the Power in that doubleheader. And then My Little Ponyta will be controlled by me against the Magikarp Crew Crusaders. So that is where the matchups are this weekend. This next weekend. Yeah, we're back to double headers. Until this is getting ready to be week 7. Week 6 this upcoming week. We will continue the double headers until week 9. And then when we get to week 10, it's just one matchup straight up the rest of the way. So, that's what the schedule looks like. If you liked what you saw here today, especially me getting my butt handed to me by the computer, which I am now 16-8 against the computer. I was 15-5 entering the day. If you liked what you saw here today, especially me getting my butt handed to me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, you know, all that YouTube nonsense. And I'll see everybody for week 6 next week. So, yeah. Have fun and see you then. Bye-bye.